Hello everybody, it's Tristan here from Evolve EdTech and welcome to our second last Jamboard template video where we have been sharing with you our 20 Jamboard templates, just going through what the template is, showing you where to get it, what to do with it, and just being able to provide you with some ideas on using Jamboard in your classroom. So we are up to our second last video in this very first series looking at these Jamboard templates. If you are a returning viewer, thanks so much for joining us again. If you're brand new, welcome. Don't forget to go back and have a look at the other videos available on the Evolve EdTech website and YouTube channel. So go and have a look at those so that you can be part of this journey with us as we look at these Jamboard templates that we've created. As I said, my name is Tristan. I am the person behind Evolve EdTech, and thank you so much for joining us today. All right, before we get into having a look at where to find the templates and showing you the template and providing you with some ideas, I do this at the beginning of every video, and I'm sure that you have done it so far if you are a returning viewer. If you are a brand new member of our community, please, I'm going to point to the right spot here, please head to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I would love for my subscriber base to continue to increase, to inspire me to continue to make content for you. I want to share my love of EdTech with you and provide you with skills, the tips, the tricks, the ideas on using technology in your classroom. So please share with your friends, your family, your colleagues, and help our Evolve EdTech community grow even more. All right, so today we're looking at the Tic-Tac-Toe Summary template. The Tic-Tac-Toe is a classic template that we can use in the classroom for summarizing. It's a really great graphic organizer. It's really simple, but there's so many things you can do with the Tic-Tac-Toe. So today we're going to go and explore the Tic-Tac-Toe Evolve EdTech Jamboard template. So let's head over to the Evolve EdTech website, evolveedtech.com. It is scrolling along the bottom of your screen just there if you can see that, evolveedtech.com. At the time of recording this video, it's a pretty brand new website, so it's not quite finished yet, but over time I hope that we can add more and more and more to it to make it a really useful place for you. Okay, so to access the templates, all you need to do is head over to the Evolve Resources tab at the top of the page. And you're going to scroll down, you'll see that there's a Jamboard section, and you're going to head to Jamboard e-collection number 1. In this e-collection, you will find 20 Jamboard templates that I have thought about and thought that could be really useful in a classroom. They are linked in alphabetical order, so you can go and you'll be able to find them quite easily. They're set up in an accordion style, so you can only open one at a time. So just be aware of that when you are looking at these templates. Now, when you open your template and you look at the accordion, you'll find that there will be a picture of the template. They are available in 4 colors. It is yellow, blue, red, and green. Had to remember that for a moment. You'll find a very small description, and then you'll find the links to those Jamboard templates. When you access those Jamboard templates, you're going to have to make a copy, all right, so that it's available for you to use and manipulate in Jamboard, but I'll show you how to do that. It's super, super simple, super easy. All right, so today we are heading down and we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom of our accordion and head to the Tic-Tac-Toe Summary. Okay, so this is a pretty classic graphic organizer, or essentially what we're getting the students to do is summarize main ideas, information, facts, opinions, anything relevant, anything that we want the activity to be about using the Tic-Tac-Toe Summary. So I'm going to say up to 9 ideas, and I'm going to show you why I'm saying that in a second. So you can have up to 9 ideas in your Tic-Tac-Toe Summary. I've actually changed it before, and sometimes I go, maybe I'd like 12 ideas. So I add an extra row to my Tic-Tac-Toe Summary. Yes, it takes away from the premise of the original Tic-Tac-Toe game, okay, noughts and crosses, all those kind of things, but this is about summarizing. It's about developing skills. So we can manipulate the true focus of what this particular idea is for what we would like our students to be able to achieve. Okay, so that's what I want you to remember. Manipulate for you. It's for you to develop the skills in your students. Okay, so as I said, 4 colors. We've got the blue, green, red, and yellow, and we've got a link to those 4 colors and the template here. Okay, so just have a look at that and find the color that might be relevant or appropriate to you. Or maybe you want to do a bit of a mixing and matching and you want to grab the template for all 4 of them. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. Now, before we get into going and having a great look at this, I will give you one little tip, and I've given you, if you're a returning viewer, you know this tip. If you're new, this is a really great tip. I hope you may know it, but may be new to you. Now, if we go and click on one of these templates now, it's actually going to open up into the current browser window, okay, the current browser tab, because I haven't, excuse me, set it up in the background so it opens in a new window, all right? Here's my tip to alleviate that particular problem. If we right-click on our tab and we click on Open Link as New Tab, it's going to open that template in a new tab in our browser rather than opening it in the current window, the current tab that we're working in, okay? It is really useful if you want to go back to a website and continue working on it, or maybe you're downloading different worksheets from it and they open up in the same tab. Rather than clicking the back button, rather than having to go back in and type in the website again, right-click, open link in a new tab, all right? So you can see just up the top here, it's currently loading, and this is where that template will load, all right? Rather than opening it in the current tab, it's opening it in a brand new tab for us to access and utilize, okay? So that is really a great tip that I hope you take away from this this video today. If you take nothing else away, hopefully you know that you could do that. Okay, so it is just thinking, as I mentioned, we're going to have to make a copy of this template so it goes into our workspace so that we can manipulate it for our particular needs, okay? So at the moment, we can only view it. We can't do anything to it, all right? You don't request by heading over here and requesting access, because I'm not going to give you access, all right? I'm going to show you what you can do to get your own access to this template without bombarding me with emails for access. So all you need to do is, so you can see this blue share button up here in the top right-hand corner. Now, that is obviously if we want to share this template out, we can do that, but that's not what we're doing, okay? That's not what we're doing. So I'm going to click the X here. That's not what we're doing. All right, what we're going to do is we're actually going to head up to these 3 dots next to the share button. Now, I call them the magical dots for my screen to play around nicely with me here. All right, so we head up to our 3 dots here. Mr. Screen is being a little bit slow this evening here in Australia. I think it's a bit cold. It is winter time here. All right, let's just refresh the page. Let's just start again. This is what happens when you're recording videos. Okay, so let's refresh the page. Let's see when it comes up again. All right, so you can see the 3 dots up here next to the share button. When the page loads, we will click those 3 dots. I call them the magic dots. Other people will call them other little other things. I think they're magic because when you click on the 3 dots, you get a whole world of really cool things that you can do and really useful tools and actions. So clicking that those 3 dots, we're going to scroll down. We're going to click on Make a Copy. All right, now what that's going to do is it's going to open and say Copy Document. You can name it, okay? I would name it something that you can remember and you can find. And then that's going to be saved into your workspace, into your drive, all right? Because now, once you've done that, you'll be able to use all of the Jamboard tools and the tool options to manipulate this template for your name. Remember, it's all about you. I've just created something. It's up to you to decide what to do with it, how you're going to use it. I'm not going to be offended if you change it or you want to make your own, okay? These are just ideas. These are just options. These are just resources to make your life a little bit easier. We're all very busy as educators, and to be able to go and download someone else's templates and use them is a time saver. It's a lifesaver sometimes. So when you've done that, you pop that into your workspace, into your drive. You'll see the toolbars appeared over here on the left-hand side. It's a fantastic toolbar. It's simple, but you get enough functions to be able to use this quite easily, okay? So that is there. All right, so obviously now what we're going to do is we might have a topic, a reading, an idea. We might have finished doing something, and now we want to summarize maybe something we learned, some key ideas, some main ideas, some facts, some opinions, perspectives. We might be identifying evidence. We might have been reading a poem or watching a film, or we might be doing something in geography or social studies, okay? Anything, there's no limitations on how you use this. I think you can use this template from very young people all the way up to the older kids as well. And I'm going to show you an example of how I think you can do that in a second. So you can go in here, and there's a couple of ways that we could approach this. We could do this together as a class, or you might get the students to do this individually, all right? Just remember that in Jamboard, these are called frames, all right? You can have up to 20 frames per jam, all right? So if you have a class that's larger than that, you're going to have to create a second jam, a second Jamboard jam, but that's okay, all right? So that's not too difficult. So just remember, only 20 frames per jam. So to add information, we can do a couple of things. We might put in our sticky notes. Now, if you've been watching before, you know I am a big fan of this and I love them. So you might pop your sticky notes in here. So we might write down our idea. I'm just going to write the word idea here, spell idea correctly. And then we might pop a sticky note in to each of those 9 sections of our Tic-Tac-Toe Summary template, okay? We might get the kids to do that. They might get on collaboratively in groups and they have to put one idea down each using the sticky note, all right? So easy, so simple. You could also use the text box option, all right? Again, just popping where we would like to start writing, okay? You've got a few functions up the top here. You can change the size a little bit, but just be aware of how big the text will be. If you choose something like display, it will be huge. You can change the color. There's only 6 colors here, but hey, now just probably this is a chance to talk to the kids about contrasting colors and making sure you can read it. So, you know, you might choose the white here because it's obviously going to be easy to read on the blue background here. Nothing's typing in there. Here we go. Easy to read. So we might use the white here, okay? And we do have the alignment here. We have this the left, center, and right alignment if we would like to, okay? If you're a little bit, you know, you're a little bit of a perfectionist, you might want to use that there. So there's 2 ways to add your ideas there. You could use the sticky notes option, or you might decide to use the text box option. 2 really easy ways. You might do it as a teacher, so you might get the kids to provide you with the ideas and you write them up there, you type them up there, or we have students complete it individually in teams or pairs, etc. And then we get all our ideas together and we share and we go through and we explore them, okay? So there's a lot of ways that you could use this. Now, I'm going to show you some examples. Okay, so let me just close these windows. I'm going to show you the version of the template. So that was the blue just looked at. This is the red one. So I'm just quickly, and these are not all finished because obviously it takes time to create the samples for you, but it'll give you some ideas of what you could do. So I've just popped together really quickly some examples of what you could do with the Tic-Tac-Toe Summary, and I'll give you some more ideas as we go. So this one here, the first one, is actually about, say we're studying wars. This is about the Vietnam War. So maybe we've done some reading. Maybe this is the end of a unit, a module, an area of study, and we want the kids to tell us something interesting or new that they have learnt about the Vietnam War. So we might get the students to pop in the sticky notes themselves. We might do it as a class and you type in. But as I said, you know I love the sticky notes, and I think the yellow sticky note here looks fantastic on the red. Okay, Okay, with the sticky notes, just remember you've got, I think, about 6 colors as well. All right, yeah, so yellow, green, blue, we've got our pink, we've got orange, and no color. There you go. So we can have a white sticky note as well. How cool is that there? So you might do something like that. All right, this one here, I thought maybe we could do this with younger children. Maybe we do a visual rather than a written text tic-tac-toe summary. So maybe we've been looking at Australian landmarks. So the students give me a landmark. We head to Google, we find an image that we can use, and we pop that into our tic-tac-toe summary. So we're looking at Australian or, landmarks or something. So this could be one of those examples of where we use this with the younger children. All right, the next one here, this one here is looking at COVID-19. So maybe we're talking about the pandemic. We're learning about the pandemic, all right? So what are some ideas here? And yes, this one down here, the great toilet paper crisis. So the height of the pandemic in 2020, possibly like other places in the world, people went nuts for toilet paper, and we had a big shortage and struggle of finding toilet paper. So I put that in there just to show that we don't have to always be serious. We could have some funny, relevant ideas, but obviously we could talk about all of these ideas and they could go on to secondary options and tangents, especially this one up here about misinformation in the media, okay? So obviously with COVID, lots of misinformation is definitely coming out through social media and politicians and people's perspectives. Okay, I've just got a couple just to quickly show you. Again, this one here, so as I said, we could have up to 8 ideas, or up to 9 is what traditionally is. But this one here, I've actually put my topic in the middle, and then I've just got I've just got 8 ideas. So I've taken one out to put my topic on, but then I've got those ideas for the students to go through. The next one I have here, actually the next couple, this one here I've done before. So I've done a reading on an introduction to Shakespeare, and I just get the kids to provide me something interesting that they've learned from that reading. Okay, again, it could be individual, it could be a class, it could be group, it's up to you. This one here, so we could be looking at characters, developing characters, looking at characterization. All right, I've just got a combination of the text boxes and the sticky notes there. This one here I thought could be where we're looking at perhaps some formulas in maths, okay? What are some formulas you remember from this particular unit? Give me some, we put them onto our summary, okay? So obviously I'm looking at area and perimeter here. All right, a couple more, just a couple of simple ones here. No, that was the last one there. So you could do a whole heap of things. You could do some readings, looking at just you've watched a documentary, a film. Okay, you've done a site study, you've done an area study, you've done a historical study. Whatever you think, you could create a tic-tac-toe summary. It's a really great way to consolidate our ideas nice and concisely so that we're getting those main points. All right, those main points. Here's 9 spots, 9 main ideas that relate to our topic, that relate to our unit, that relate to our module, okay? So that's why I love the tic-tac-toe summary. It's really great at teaching the kids to be concise and very clear and in their summary ideas. All right, that is the Tic-Tac-Toe Evolve EdTech, a goodie. I hope you love it. It's simple. All right, templates too complicated. I just want them to be there for you to be able to use. So go and make them and see what you can do with them. I will quickly show you before we run out of time. So if you would like to go and add more of these, my suggestion is always to duplicate these before you start typing in them. Just head up to the frame bar here, click on the 3 dots and click duplicate. If you have information in it and duplicate it, that information will appear in the duplicated versions, okay? So just be aware of that. And also, if you head up to the 3 dots here and you click on the 3 dots, you can download as a PDF and save your image as a frame to share it later. Well, that is the Tic-Tac-Toe Summary. I hope you found it really interesting and useful and you go and have a go at using it. It's available for free from evolveedtech.com. Anyway, my name is Tristan. Thank you so much for joining us for our second last video. One more to go. I hope to see you there. Anyway, until then, stay safe everybody.